All eyes on one man in fantastic form and the top scorer in the league. Can he add to his tally today? Live on EA TV. And a warm welcome on a very pleasant day for football in the northeast of England. The venue is St James's Park. I'm Derek Ray, joined in the commentary box by Lee Dixon. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Newcastle United up against Arsenal.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. Great atmosphere here. The two sides, I'm sure, will set a quick tempo in this game. We get to watch for free. The players are chomping at the bit. I can't wait.
Well, Newcastle United can boast the #1 attack in the league, and they're very difficult to stop, Lee.
Yeah, well, their forwards should be full of confidence. They've been in fantastic form of late. Bodes well for the neutrals today. Should be an entertaining match, Derek.
So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. A 4-4-2, but with a diamond, Lee.
Yeah, it's 4 players in midfield, but really only 3. The 2 wide players will stay wide and help the full-backs. There's one just sitting in front of the back 4, but the number 10 who's slightly advanced, he will provide the support for the strikers.
Here are the starters for Arsenal. And they are a team, Lee, known for their aggressive high pressing.
Well, absolutely. That takes a lot of hard work, a lot of organisation, force the opposition to make early passes. The weakness of it, if you beat the high press, you can get exposed at the back.
And now they get the ball rolling. Gabriel. Martin Ødegaard. And Aubameyang now. Florian Neuhaus. Well, they no longer have the ball. And they are on the move again. Well, for Newcastle United, a very good victory in the last game against Leicester City. How will they fare in this match, Lee?
Well, goals, goals, goals. What a win that was. Was the win on the cards today? I'm not so sure. I'm going to go for a draw.
And the keeper able to hold on to it. Aubameyang has eyes for goal. Excellent block. Now how about the short corner? That's a nice looking ball. And the danger cleared. They've given it away. Bukayo Saka. Martin Ødegaard. Top-class defending. As clean as a whistle, that challenge. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. And a fine cross. And he read it well. And a throw-in it's going to be. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Hendrick. A disappointing end to the move. Martin Ødegaard. Callum Wilson, and he's in. Reflex action par excellence from Bernd Leno.
Well, that was the chance to take the lead, and the manager's frustration is there for all to see.
And he's fired over the corner. Oh, my goodness! He's caught that so well! A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Well, here it is again. It's a good delivery from the corner, and all he has to do is get anything on it for a simple goal in the end.
A chance to revisit the goal. So the game restarted by Arsenal. A wake-up call for the Arsenal players, perhaps. Can they construct a response?
Callum Wilson.
Hisai. Room to manoeuvre on the wing. Husai. And here's Partey. Neuhaus. Just couldn't get it through. And he's lost custody of the ball here. And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Perfectly positioned to take it away. We can go to Alan McInally now for news of a goal in the Wolves game. Alan.
It's a goal for Wolverhampton Wanderers. 28 minutes played, 1-0.
Thanks very much as always, Alan. They do pass the ball with authority. Shot attempted. Easy save. And a throw-in forthcoming. Florian Neuhaus. On to Pepe. Well, that shouldn't really happen from a throw-in. Superbly read and executed.
Newcastle possession stats are not too great, but to their credit, they've been absolutely blistering on the counter-attack.
And he's made headway. Well, the post getting in the way there.
Well, they're still in it. Just. That goes in, it's all over.
Gabriel. It's with Ødegaard. Martin Ødegaard. Dangerous looking attack. Good defending to prevent the chance. A corner to Arsenal. Will this be the catalyst for an equaliser? Played into the centre of the box. Not a decisive punch by the keeper. Wonderful block. He takes aim. Body in the way again. Well, making high pressing work for them here. Cedric. Nicolas Pepe. Can he play it in? Unable to keep the ball that time. And good pressure high up the pitch. And that puts them in position. And just slightly offside. Well, totalling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes. Takes the shot. It could be up for grabs. And the keeper has custody of the ball, but just a few seconds beforehand, he had a big save to make.
Well, keep hold of it. Have a breather, because that first save deserves us all to look at him and clap.
A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. Callum Wilson, and he's in. Reflex action par excellence from Bernd Leno. And he's fired over the corner. Oh my goodness, he's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class. Fantastic. Good defending to prevent the chance. So the ball is rolling again. Arsenal trailing going into the second half. Will they come up with the right response? Hisai. It's with Ødegaard. Still trailing, but they're upping the pressure. Martinelli. Partey. And winning it back. It's Arsenal's turn now. Magnificent challenge to win it back. And a quick reminder, we'll have action from the 4th round of the Carabao Cup here on EA TV. It's Newcastle United facing Spurs.
Yeah, for me, now starting to get to the nervy part of the competition. 16 teams left in it. Who will last the pace? Can't wait for that, Derek.
Perfectly positioned to take it away. Thomas. It's with Ødegaard. Well read to put an end to that attack. And breaking at pace with menace. All hands on deck. Happy to take on the shot. Oh, a tremendous block. Can they convert? And it's gone in. Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a decent move to evade the defender, and it's a sweet strike. Absolutely lovely, controlled, stylish finish.
They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. It's going their way, 2-0. Nicolas Pepe. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Arsenal facing Sheffield United.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that stadium. It should be a really entertaining match.
Well, he'd be disappointed if he didn't take that one cleanly. Lascelles. Ball with Shelvey. Miguel Almiron. This could pose problems for the defenders. Can he finish? In it goes! A 3-goal cushion, and you truly sense it's a matter of how many.
Well, here's the replay, and as we can see, the defence can't cope with the through ball. But then there's still plenty to do from here. Under all sorts of pressure from the defender, he just about keeps him at bay and finishes with aplomb. Great goal. Well, no wonder he's delighted. They've been bossing this game up to now.
And a substitution in the offing. The ball rolling again in what has been an utterly one-sided match. Arsenal have given it away. And news of a goal at Molineux. Alan McInally with the details. Alan.
It's a second goal for Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's been scored by Willian Jose. A lovely swerving effort from...
Chances on. Sound piece of goalkeeping. Maxence Caqueret. Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Well, he could really get at the opposition. Caqueret. A chance to whip it in. And crossing towards the far post. Well, dealt with that ball comfortably. A glorious chance. Oh, a vital piece of last-ditch defending. Apologies to our viewers for cutting Alan McInally short there. Just to confirm, Wolves did score in that match, and their advantage at the moment stands at 2-0. Well, offside by the merest of margins. And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. Could play it in. Very clear who got the last touch. So a corner coming up. Well, I think it's fair to say that he's had happier days in front of goal, Lee.
Well, Derek, he'll probably blame the supply line, and he might have a case, to be fair, but you've got to make your own chances as well. The space is available, he's just not been in it. He's not achieved today what he normally does, and that's probably why they're losing the game.
Over it comes. Just couldn't capitalise there. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. They will now make use of their substitutes bench. And he favours the inside route and giving it away. Thomas. Arsenal struggling to keep the ball. Arsenal have possession again. Very difficult challenge to perform, but he succeeded. No let-up in the pressing department. Wilson. Can he put it in? A goal! An exceptional performance this. 4 to the good now.
Well, we can see here it's a good finish, but really it's all about the concerted pressure beforehand. Really disciplined, working as a team to force a mistake and regain possession high up the pitch. Then they take full advantage. Well, all the day's frustrations are there for all to see. The coach needs to try and turn this around, and quickly.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel. Here is Willian. And here's Neuhaus. And the referee has decided to add on a minimum of 5 minutes. And plenty of room in the wide area. Kakere. Shelby. Is it going to be? The save was a good one. Corner awarded. And firing it into the area. Thumped clear. Well, that attempt was never going to trouble the scoreboard operator.
Well, you're taught as a youngster, technique, technique, technique. He didn't have any there.
And there goes the final whistle. It ends at a victory for Newcastle United. And Lee, I wonder what you thought about their performance.
Well, Derek, as we said, this team love a goal fest, and they certainly know where the target is. Lovely, lively build-up and a real sharp cutting edge to this lot. Great entertainment, really enjoyable.
Excellent block. Callum Wilson, and he's in. Reflex action par excellence from Bernd Leno. And he's fired over the corner. Oh my goodness, he's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class. Fantastic. Good defending to prevent the chance. Oh, a tremendous block. Can they convert? And it's gone in. Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer. And this could pose problems for the defenders. Can he finish? In it goes! A 3-goal cushion, and you truly sense it's a matter of how many. Wilson. Can he put it in? An exceptional performance this. 4 to the good now. Shelby. The save was a good one. Corner awarded. This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. Hello and welcome to the northeast of England. We're here at St James's Park. My name is Derek Ray, and with me for commentary is the former Arsenal and England fullback Lee Dixon. And we have action to bring you from the round of 16 in the Carabao Cup. It's Newcastle United up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, cheers, Derek. These home fans are going to enjoy this. They surely must. With a team coming as big as this to your club, make sure you don't let yourselves down. Don't let those fans down. Don't let your families down. Really, really give it everything you've got.
So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. What do you think about this particular setup?
Well, strikers like support, and they've got support today in the number 10. They've also got 3 midfield players behind, 2 slightly wide and 1 just sitting in front of the back 4.
Introducing the Spurs starting 11. Would you call it 4-5-1, Lee?
Yeah, I really like this formation, Derek. 4-2-3-1, really. The 2 central midfield players supplying support to a 3 ahead of them, and then a lone striker with a number 10 just behind him.
Thank you, St James's Park. Enjoy the match.
And so the match is underway. Emil Kraft. And scope for them to produce something exciting. A wonderful intervention. Marsh. Axel Witsel. Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit better than that. And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. Well, he needed a bit more downward direction on the header. Not what he was intending. Bad pass. And a good-looking ball. Dele Alli. Here's Kane. Gives it a go. Got to it easily, the keeper. Emil Kraft. Joe Willock. And it's a quality pass. He's got to score! And the keeper able to hold on to it. That's a useful cross. Uncomfortable in dealing with the ball played in. Marsh. Hans Hateboer. Dele Alli now. Kane. They do pass the ball with authority. Jeff Hendrick. And very deftly cut out. Højbjerg. Spurs finding space on the flank. Dele Alli. Might be onto something with that ball. Son. Well, borderline offside, but correct. And he read it well. Axel Witsel. Well, possibilities inside the box. Not a great pass. Jeff Hendrick. Vital interception. The danger was very real. Hans Hateboer. Oh, not great defending. And the cross is very much on. Well, he's allowed his opponent to get past him. Fair play to the keeper. He really anticipated that moment of subtlety.
Well, he came off his line. He gave the space behind, but what a good save in the end.
Gale. And a chance for him on the flank. And crossed in the direction of the back post. High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the ball to come down, and he's very, very unlucky. Well, everybody's disappointed, none more so than the manager. Just look at him.
Superbly read and executed.
Well, Derek, there's nothing between these two teams in terms of possession. Can someone take control of this game? Take a few more risks? Hopefully we'll see a goal soon.
Tackling and winning the ball to boot. And he takes it away. And they need to get tighter here. Højbjerg. Spurs unable to retain possession. Now can they counter clinically? Opportunity in the wide area. Dangerous ball. But he took care of it defensively. Axel Witsel. Room to manoeuvre on the wing. Must take the lead here. Absolutely spot on with that challenge. Gale. Excellent challenge. Hans Hateboer. So 1 minute of stoppage time. That's what the officials have said. He's beaten his man. The first half here comes to an end. And so the match is underway. Well, he needed a bit more downward direction on the header. High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the...
Into the second half then, and these two sides are locked together. Just can't really choose between them at the moment. Son. Kane. Ribier. Now Witsel. Dele Alli. Crisp tackling. Gale. It's a good-looking ball in behind, and now waiting to pounce. And a goal! Now they've broken through. 1-0 here.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back and then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
Well, back underway here. How will Spurs reply to that setback? Well, make sure you join us for more Premier League action coming your way. It's Newcastle United facing Spurs.
Yeah, game after game, the season is relentless, but players just love to play. Give them a game any day of the week. That should be a belter. Well, Tottenham enjoying the bulk of possession here, but it's just whether they can convert that possession into...
Oh, what an opportunity! Oh, masterful defending to prevent what looked like a certain goal. Son. Lucadinha. Showing good defensive judgment. Harry Kane. Well, that's how to dispossess your opponent. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Ribier. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier League coming your way here on EA TV. It's Tottenham Hotspur taking on Newcastle United.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that stadium. It should be a really entertaining match.
And there to intervene. Lucadinha. It's been aimed towards Heung-min Son here. Well, he made sure there was absolutely no way through. A cross there that was decidedly ordinary. Now can they counter clinically? Almiron. Nicely timed tackle. Son. And plenty of room in the wide area. He's in with a chance. Well, he stumped it out of there without much fuss. Son. In search of space. Witsel. Here's Kane. Can they keep it out? On a time for composure on the ball. Can they hit on the break? Well, this could pose problems for the defenders. Takes it on. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
Well, here it is again. It's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and once he gets himself settled with the keeper to beat, he hammers it into the back of the net. Smashing goal. Well, there's nothing better for a manager when a plan comes together. Total satisfaction.
So 2-0 now.
Substitution for Newcastle United. Coming off the pitch, number 12, White Gate. Coming onto the pitch, number 13, Callum Wilson.
And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. Well, he's given us away. Almiron. And whipped into the box. And not cleared away properly. And they deal with the threat this time. Willock. Almiron. Can he do it? And a goal to settle the issue once and for all.
Well, here it is again. It's a lovely ball behind, perfectly timed, and the pressure comes as he knew it would, but it's the strength that impresses me. It's a great goal in the end. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room if it stays like this, Derek. He's not happy. Just look at him.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Well, given that we're in the second half, and it has got a bit ugly from the scoreline point of view, what positives can you find, Lee?
Well, the Tottenham players look frustrated now. They've been poor tonight. They've let their standards drop. Inexcusable, really. Back to the drawing board, I'm afraid. No way back from here for me.
And a change for Spurs at this juncture. Kieran Clark. Shelvey. Almiron. Wilson. And successfully cut out. Tremendous ball played through. Not to be this time. Shelvey. On to Almiron. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. Lo Celso. Willock. They've given it away. We will have 3 minutes of additional time at the end here. Axel Witsel. And now this is Longley. Well, Spurs now in potentially a dangerous position. And that's it, the final whistle, and the hosts will go through.
Well, Derek, what confidence that will give him. A huge margin to go through into the next round. Played very, very well. That confidence, you can use that. You have to. It's like gold dust. Go into the next round with that confidence. Who knows where they can go?
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance this evening, Lee.
Well, clearly the difference between the two sides today. 2 goals, a really good performance. Ran into the channel, did everything right. Absolutely, 9 out of 10.
Well, he needed a bit more downward direction on the header. High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the...
Gale. And a goal! Now they've broken through. 1-0 here. Well, this could pose problems for the defenders. Takes it on. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here. Willock. Almiron. And a goal to settle the issue once and for all. All eyes on one man in wonderful form. Can he add to his goal-scoring haul today on EA TV? Hello everyone, I must say it's always a real privilege to commentate from this venue. A warm welcome to North London. This is Derek Ray, joined for commentary by former England international Lee Dixon. And on this Halloween, I don't think we're going to be putting the frighteners on anyone given the game that's about to commence. It is Tottenham Hotspur up against Newcastle United.
Well, thank you, Derek. Yeah, lots of strange, weird dress sense for the crowd today. Looking forward to a real cracker, though, on the pitch.
21. Axel Witsel.
Well, we know how troublesome he can be on the pitch, but what should we expect from him today, Lee?
Well, I expect goals, Derek. The form he's in, you expect goals every time you see him. You'd hope that back line had been studying the tapes, but most of the teams this season have worked him out.
Introducing the Spurs starting 11. Hugo Lloris between the posts. Clément Lenglet plays alongside Toby Alderweireld in central defence. And the responsibility of leading the line today goes to Harry Kane. So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. A 4-4-2, but with a diamond lead.
Yeah, he's 4 players in midfield, but really only 3. The 2 wide players will stay wide and help the full-backs. There's one just sitting in front of the back 4, but the number 10, who's slightly advanced, he will provide the support for the strikers.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
A potentially riveting 90 minutes in front of us. Tottenham Hotspur with the kickoff. Lucadinha. Dele Alli. Now Son. A very good tackle. Showing a real desire to win it back. Very quick thinking there. Joe Willock. Ball with Shelvey. Well, And the outcome is a free kick here. And he's clear as lines. And I'm sure the visitors will be thinking about claiming all 3 points here, Lee. They do know that if results go their way, they could end the day at the summit.
Well, yeah, they've looked good as the season's progressed. Still early on, though, but I'm sure they're not getting too carried away about their title aspirations. Just focusing one game at a time, Derek.
And news of a goal at Anfield. Here's Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Crystal Palace. 7 minutes played, 1-1.
Cheers again, Alan. Axel Witsel. Well, they keep the ball moving. Could play it in. Bale puts it in. The header, but far too straight to worry the keeper.
Yeah, meat and drink for a goalkeeper of that class.
Dummett. Excellent defending. And space to exploit, maybe. And able to close down the shot. The cross is on. Axel Witsel. Ribière. Well, it was a very good-looking move, but alas, no end product. I believe there's been a goal in the City game. Alan can fill us in.
It's a goal for Leeds United.
In position to give them the lead, maybe. The importance of that tackle cannot be overstated. But apologies to Alan McInally for having to cut him off. Just to confirm, Leeds United have scored in that match. And their lead stands at 1-0 presently. And possession lost, intercepted. Bale. Chance to play it in. Doherty. Witsel. Here's Kane, able to get his body in the way. It's a weighted pass. Shown inside. Had to come up with the ball, and did. Kane. Oh, in with a chance. It has to be, surely. Still a chance. Threat over for now, it seems. Shelvey. Dummett. Played into the box. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards.
Well, as we see this again, Derek, it's easy to be critical, and I'll stress I've never been a goalkeeper, but surely he's got to do better than that. His mistake leads to the goal, no doubt about it.
One 0 then.
Tottenham totally controlling possession. However, after that, the coach will be disappointed with what they produced. They need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
Witsel just couldn't get it through. Maxence Kakere. No, high quality defending. Son. He could pick out a teammate. Kane. Takes the shot. Excellent block. Corner to Tottenham. What can they do with it?
A big chance to get level. The crowd are going nuts.
They favoured a short one here. Crossed into the penalty area. We're being pressed here. Shelby. Promising looking attack. A chance to whip it in. Oh, nice work to get past his opponent. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. Not a good pass. Well, the stoppage time situation. 1 minute here. Son. No more time left. That is it for the first half here at the home of Tottenham. Well, not a game so far at any rate. Harry Kane is going to remember fondly. Hasn't really been able to make his mark, Lee.
Well, he's strange today, Derek. He's normally the king of shifting defenders out of position, but not today. He's been too static, too predictable. His runs have been terrible. No wonder they're losing.
A potentially riveting 90 minutes in front of us. Tottenham Hotspur with the kickoff. Played into the box. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. Takes the shot. Excellent block. Corner to Tottenham. What can they do with it? As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Højbjerg. Dele Alli now. Bale. And a chance for him on the flank. How about the cross? Well, lovely work to get past his man. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Joe Willock. Well, he was in the right place to intercept. And I can tell you a goal has been scored at Anfield. Alan McInally with the details.
It's a second goal for Liverpool. 51 minutes played. 2-1.
Alan McInally keeping us right up to date.
Newcastle have hardly had the ball, but on the break they've been devastating. The pace really hurts defences. They've been electric when they've had the ball.
Wonderfully weighted pass. And still dangerous. And a time for calm on the ball. Kane. And the counter looks on here. Options available. And teammates to play it to. Couldn't quite hang on. Well, a header that was frankly miles off target.
Well, technically, that was awful.
Substitution for Tottenham Hotspur, coming off the pitch, number 21, Axel Witsel. Coming onto the pitch, number 17, Musa Sissoko. Substitution for Newcastle United, coming off the pitch, number 3, Paul Dummett. Coming onto the pitch, number 25.
And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier League coming your way here on EA TV. It's Newcastle United facing Southampton.
Yeah, I'm predicting a cracker there. Both teams will have a real go at each other, I'm sure.
Now potential danger. Surely, in it goes! Delighted to be 2 in front. Things look good for them now.
Well, here it is again, and I wonder how he waltzes past the defender so easily. But if a player can stand still and nod the ball into the net like that, I'll be asking serious questions about my centre-backs. Shocking, really. Well, enjoy the good days as a coach. It can be a roller coaster ride, I can tell you that.
Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. So 2-0 now.
Substitution for Newcastle United, coming off the pitch, number 19, Mancula. Coming onto the pitch, number 2,
And it's Harry Kane on the run. And news of a goal in the match being played at Stamford Bridge. Let's get that news from Alan.
It's a goal for Brighton and Hove Albion. 67 minutes played. 1-0.
Thank you, Alan McAnally. Spurs pushing forward with options available. Still looking for space. Well, it wasn't a productive cross. We're now inside the final 20 minutes of the game. It did look on for them, but not to be. Højbjerg. Now Sissoko. It's a perfect challenge. Sissoko. And he did well to cut it out. And news of a goal in the City game, Alan McAnally.
It's a second goal for Manchester City. 70.
Oh, surely. Not out of the woods yet. Well, they can bring it out now. Apologies to our viewers for cutting Alan McAnally short there. Just to confirm, Manchester City did score in that game, and they're in front at the moment by 2-1. Chance to cross. Great challenge, he got nothing but ball. Callum Wilson. So a throw in here. Matt Doherty. Well, they've given him too much space. Almiron. And he got to it fairly easily. Lo Celso. Son. Harry Kane. Well, terrific defending to stop them progressing. Miguel Almiron. Credit to them for winning back possession. Lovely ball over the top. Bale. Sissoko prepared to fire. The end product just wasn't there. Callum Wilson. Well, they might be onto something. But he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Bale. Well, totalling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes. Sissoko. Now Harry Kane. Given away by Spurs. Longley. Here's Lo Celso. Kane. And there goes the final whistle. It ends in a victory for Newcastle United. And Lee, I wonder what you thought about their performance.
Well, Derek, when the lead was extended to a 2-goal margin, you could almost hear the sigh of relief from their supporters and the manager too.
Well, his performance in this particular game will have impressed many people, Lee.
Well, that was a really, really good performance from the lad, and a goal to boot. Really delighted with that goal, I'm sure he is.
Played into the box. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. Takes the shot. Excellent block. Corner to Tottenham. What can they do with it? Couldn't quite hang on. Well, a header that was frankly miles off target.
Well, technically, that was awful.
Now, potential danger. Surely, in it goes! Delighted to be 2 in front. Things look good for them now.